Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be testing Marvel Spider-Man on the RX 580 2048 SP with the Core i5 6500 on 8GB of RAM. So this test is going to be done from the highest settings to the very lowest settings of this game. So stick around. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, share and subscribe if it turns out helpful to you. So without further ado, let's get into the game right now. Okay, so we have everything set to very high. Everything is set to very high, from texture filtering to the rest. It's set to very high, and this is a resolution of 1080p with upscale method switched off, so there's no AMD FSR 2.1 or IGTI. I switched all of that off for this test. So we're going to be seeing like the game's performance from the rawest, or like the rawest form, if you get what I'm saying, without any kind of aid from AMD to give it a bit of boost in performance. So this is just pure, it's just going to be a pure test. So as you can see, we are swinging through the city. We are getting about 30 FPS. I don't think we've dropped below 30 FPS so far. It's going between 33 to 32 FPS. Okay, peaked at 35. Oh wow, it dropped to 26. Well, that was expected. Playing on very high with this kind of hardware, it was definitely expected. So as you can see, we are getting, although it's like kind of just I could say we are like staying in the 30s range. It doesn't really go below the 30s range so often. So okay, it dropped to 29 there. It just happens once in a while. So I can say for a fact that if you don't mind playing at 30 frames, this isn't such a bad it's such a bad way to play on very high. So if you don't mind playing at 30 frames per second and maybe getting a few drops, you could actually definitely play on very high. So let's get into some fight and see how it fares. So oh wow, it dropped to as low as 9. I think that might be a problem from it being stored on the hard drive. Sometimes this game takes a while to like load assets from the city, so that's probably why it dropped that low, because loading times on hard drive is much slower. So that could be a factor there. So let's just watch the fight. It's kind of balanced. 28, 26, 32. It's alright. It's alright. So we'll be going to high settings next to see how it performs on high settings. Okay, so we've got it set to high. Everything set to high. Texture filtering 4x. So everything set to high. 1080p. Still upscale method is switched off. For this video, we wouldn't be doing any kind of upscale method, so it's all pure form test. So on high, I don't know, I'm getting the vibe that it looks much smoother. It's like the lags that we are seeing on very high have kind of dropped. We're even getting up to 40, so it's not that bad. I don't really mind playing on this high setting. This is good actually. We are getting to like the higher 40s. Okay, drops to 30s. Oh, how we picked 50 there. Can you imagine? That's good. That's so good. Okay, for a hardware like this, it's quite surprising that it's even handling it on high. I know the RX 580 2048 SP is more like the 570, but like with the CPU it's paired with, I didn't really expect such a performance. But this is good. This is definitely playable. I don't mind playing this on 1080p for that matter. So this is outright awesome. So I'm going to look for trouble, get into fights to see how it performs in like fights, because fights tend to really use a lot of resources. I don't know why. Okay, but you see, it looks all smooth. are getting like 30s, it's not going below 30s. That okay, I jinxed it. So we got below 30s, but it didn't stay there for long. This is what I'm talking about. Fights like taking a lot. It lags when you're fighting, but on high it's not really that bad. Not really that bad. I don't mind. I don't mind getting these frame drops. But anyways, I think I would say pretty much what is the issue here is the CPU. So probably you have like a higher CPU, you get more frames. Then the card can be fully utilized. So you can get more a better CPU. Definitely the card can be better utilized. So that's for high settings. So just watch a little bit of the gameplay and then we'll go to medium settings and see how it fares. Alright, for medium settings, we are back. Everything's set to medium and still on 1080p with upscale method off. So we're just going to go straight into the game and start swinging around the city to see how. Okay, for some reason medium and high, I haven't really moved yet, but okay, for some reason medium and high kind of feels the same. It feels kind of the same, you know. Still dropping into the 30s, but I felt it should peak above 40s this time. Probably stay in the 50s, a solid 50. Since okay, getting the 50, but then it's not really going above 50 that much. Okay, I guess it's some part of the city. Some part of the city is really indeed demanding on like some parts. Some parts might drop to as low as 30s, some parts you might even see as high as 60. So it all depends on the part of the city, and it all depends on the part of the city you're swinging. So just going to get into some trouble, probably get into some fights and see how it also handle the fights. So to be honest, I don't mind. This is not that bad from a game released. When was this released? About 2 years ago on PC. It's not bad at all. So it feels a bit smoother. I would say probably that's because there's no much going on here. It just feels like a secluded area, so it doesn't have much to process. We are getting steady 40s at this point, so which isn't too bad at all. Which isn't too bad. Damn, am I good? Just look at that. Okay, nah, that does not look too good. I keep getting punches. Yo, do this special thing. Yeah, that's how we do it. Alright. This is good. Everything that I don't know, I just love this fight mechanics. Like it's just so slippery. It feels like how Spiderman would actually fight in a movie. It's so slippery. So yes, this is the medium settings, and on medium I think so far I have enjoyed medium. Like medium is that thin line where you like balance it all. So if you're going to be playing, I think medium it's not so bad, but we'll still get to test low and very low to see how those also fare. Well, so far I think medium is just that like a perfect point. Although high is also good, but I'm pretty sure you'll get to some points in the city where high would probably go below 20s, or no, below 30s rather. So let's go on to the next settings, which would be low settings. So now we have everything set to low. 1080p upscale method off, and let's get it on. Smooth operate. Okay, 50s. Okay, we're getting into a high like 50s here. This isn't too bad at all. We are getting into the high 50s, which is not bad at all. I think it was expected though. At this point the textures look shitty. The textures look shitty. I do not expect this to drop below 40s. At least it's supposed. Okay, it dropped below 40s. Now we had it at 37 at some point there. So definitely, if you have a better CPU, I think you definitely get like higher frames. Right now, probably the CPU is bottlenecking the graphics card, so you can't really like give it utmost performance because the CPU is having had time to like process it all and then like send it to the GPU. So that's that there for low settings. Let's get into a fight and see what happens. I just love the swinging in this game. It's so good. It feels so good. Like you actually feel like you're the one swinging. So let's see if we can get into a fight here. Okay, where is it? Okay, got in there now. What? Whoop. This is nice. I don't know. Probably maybe it's this call out that is causing the lag too. Because yeah, probably I should have turned that off. But it looks good. It looks good. At least it's not going below 30. So it even almost peaked 60 there. So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because we're almost hitting 1k, road to 1k. So guys, please support me by subscribing. So don't forget to subscribe. And anyways, next test we'll be doing will probably be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But till then guys, see you later. Peace.